Good morning. I see that the first people are arriving, and that's awesome. Hello. Yes, I see that more and more of you are joining in, which is great to see on this beautiful day. It's pretty warm over here uh, in Poland, where I'm recording this from. Um, Actually, just to make sure, can you hear me well? The mic is shining, so I guess it is working, but just to be sure, could you please type in the chat if you can hear me? That would be awesome. It would be a shame to talk for an hour without anyone hearing what I'm saying. Okay, let's wait a bit. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vice J. I think that I guess Vice is your last name and J is your first letter of your first name, or maybe it's the other way. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. All right, awesome. Thanks for the confirmation. Let's wait a few let's wait a few seconds, or like 30 seconds more before we begin. And where are you from? I'm streaming this from Warsaw, Poland right now. All right, I see a few more people joining in, but there's still a few left compared to how many people signed up for today's session. Right, let me start with a brief introduction because some of you might or might not know me. So my name is Przemysław Rodamski, and I've been in the precious metals market and in investment industry for about 20 years. That's how long I'm interested in all this. I have 15 years of professional experience as a newsletter provider. I've been chartered financial analyst for 11 years. I even used to own a hedge fund. I'm a certified coach and recent motivational profile master, and I'm also certified to conduct and introduce this psychometric tool in business environment. And over the course of my career and my life in general, I learned that as much as you okay. Now I get information from James in the chat that he can't hear me, but could someone else please confirm whether you can or cannot hear me? Because, it could be on just James' side. I'm going to type it in the chat as well, this tiny request. Could always please also okay. Okay, Martin, loud and clear. All right, James, maybe it's something on your end. Maybe you have sound blocked in your tab in your web browser or something like that, because sometimes it happens. Okay, and from Carla, okay. So I guess it is working on my end. So thanks for the confirmation. And moving back to to my brief intro. So over the course of the years, I learned that the analyses, research, tools, financial modeling, and so on can only bring you so much value, because ultimately it is the person who is making the investment decisions. And even if you have the best research and you are really prepared in that regard, if you yourself are not prepared to handle the stress, the emotionality of the markets or everyday life situations, the results might not be satisfactory. Well, you can have the best research on the planet, but if the market goes against you for some time and you panic exactly at the wrong moment, which, as we all know, tends to happen, then you won't be able to reap the benefits, because your emotions didn't allow you to do it. And it's perfectly human to follow and feel emotions. However, it's not as easy to master them. So that's what this session and what I'm doing through Golden Meadow is about. It's not about resisting emotions, but it's about having this resilience, not resistance, but resilience. So whatever comes your way, you're able to handle it. And today, the intention for our meeting is to take some time and focus on ourselves, the essential piece of the puzzle. Whatever puzzle you're making, you're always the essential piece thereof, including investments and making money on the markets. There will be 2 exercises today, and the key one will be about transforming emotions that you don't want to have, that might be an obstacle in your well-being, in your profitability, in your happiness. Of course, there are no wrong emotions. However, it's not optimal to be stuck in an emotion that's not pleasant, that's not beneficial for you. And well, last time, because this slide is from the first session when we were on Friday, so that last time the intention was to get ready to enjoy the weekend. However, it just makes as much sense to really start this week, because we are only after, in US terms, we're only after the first session of the week, so we'll be ready for all the following ones in whatever the market brings us. So in order to prepare especially for the first exercise, or actually the first experience, there are 2 must-haves, and the first one is critical: your real presence. And by real presence, I mean that you're really able to focus on what's happening. So if you have to, read a text message or go to pee or whatever, do it now before the exercise starts, so that you can be fully present when it's happening. And it will be very useful if you're in the space where you can speak out loud freely. It's not something that it's completely necessary, but it would work better. The exercise will have a better effect if you can speak something out loud. It's great to have something to write. Well, obviously you're viewing this either on a computer or on a smartphone, so you can use it to write it, but it's often useful to have a pen and something to write. Just because you might not want to, move to another window or a tab, or to break your focus away from what's going to happen on the screen. So that will be useful. Smartphone might be useful too, but it's not obligatory. And if you have it nearby, I recommend that you turn it off. I mean, at least put it in the airplane mode, so that you don't get distracted, so that you can really focus on you, on yourself. Again, the essential and key piece of the puzzle. you may have seen the previous sessions recording, and therefore I specifically put out a link to the section where I introduced you to the exercise, the science behind it, why it's useful. So today it will be only a brief reminder about it, and then we'll move right to the exercise. So the thing is that there is this part of our brain called the amygdala, which is responsible for the feeling of fear and general for the fight or flight or freeze reaction. So whenever we're stressed, this part of the brain is activated, and it's pretty much shuts off the more advanced systems, like the ones responsible for compassion, for more sophisticated level of thinking and making more rational decisions. This is the part of the brain that wants to keep us alive, and if there's a danger, we want to react automatically. But in case of the markets or in case of conversations with loved ones, it's usually not the best approach to really follow this instinct. For example, if someone you love and care about says something that stresses you, you don't want to enter into this fight reaction, right? You want to communicate with them in a compassionate manner. So, and emotions, positive or negative, can be viewed as a form of energy. So it can be even said that emotion is emotion, so energy in motion, and this has some major implications. What I put here as grandfather's rule is what my grandfather used to say, is that nothing in nature gets destroyed. It either changes its form or the owner. And in the case of energy that emotions are, we can't really get rid of them completely, and we wouldn't want to, because, well, you have to feel in order to feel happy and enjoy life. But you might want to transform those emotions that are not favorable to you at the moment into something positive. And that's what today's exercise, the main one, is going to be about. But before we start, I would like to invite you to take a quick test to see where we are. What's the overall feeling today? In order to do this, I will invite you to go to the menti.com website. I will put the link on this in the chat and on the screen. That's the website, and hold on just a second. I will have it on the screen shortly. Okay, and actually that's the link that will put you right into the vote. Or you can use the first link and then enter those letters, the numbers right into the page. That's 766955748. And the website will ask you to rate your overall well-being from really bad, that's 1, to amazing, that's 10. So please rate it now, and we'll see where we are on average. Please do it right away, because I would like to see the results, and I want to show it to you also in real time. Well, you do see it on the screen. The great thing about this tool is that, well, you can see the results in real time. And we're going to use it to see how the exercise worked. Okay, everyone. I will wait just a few seconds more. I would appreciate if everyone votes. It takes just a few seconds, and we'll have more meaningful results, and we'll see what everything that we're going to do really did for us. You might, if you're away from the screen right now, I would appreciate if you came back for just a few seconds. And we're going to start the exercise soon anyway, so it's worth to get back. Okay, just a few more seconds. All right, so it's 7.3. That's our starting point, which is higher than it was last week, because last week we started with 6.1 or 6.2. All right, so let's stay on this page or refresh it. The link is the same, just please refresh the page. Now it asks you, what kind of emotions would you like to transform? So just to please enter up to 3 emotions that you'd like to transform, and so that we can all see anonymously what's here, what's in our space. What is it that we're going to be working with? Yeah, it takes a bit long because those have to be typed instead of just selected. All right, we have a few responses. I will wait a bit more. Again, it takes a bit longer. And as you can see, the screen changes dynamically. All right, thank you. So it's frustration, anger, and sadness today. Last week we also had anxiety and fear as the dominant ones, but frustration and anger was there. Were here as well. So the key takeaway here is that feeling those emotions, it's normal. Even if you felt that you're alone in this and others have it all figured out and everything's great for them, not necessarily. It's part of the human experience to feel also those emotions. So if you also feel sadness now, or frustration, or anger, or anxiety, as participants last week felt, know that it's perfectly normal. It's inherent part of being a human. All right, thank you for sharing and participating in this feedback tool. Now let's get back to the experience itself. All right, so having said that, let's begin. Please find a comfortable position, and when you're ready, please gently close your eyes or gaze downwards if that's what you prefer. Choose what feels right for you. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth. Those slow, relaxing breaths. Thank you. And for the first step in this exercise, please focus on your right arm and raise your forearm along with your fist clenched. Not very tight, but just close it while keeping your eyes closed or with your gaze downwards. And through this part of the exercise, please keep your forearm up. And as you keep it up, verbally express your concerns, worries, thoughts, challenges about the situation that causes the emotions that you no longer want to feel. It could be about a specific situation or issue or a person. It's about telling a story. Express yourself. Tell it as if you were telling it a good friend. Use whatever language you want. If you want to curse, curse. If you don't, don't. Speak freely and express yourself. If possible, speak out loud. Start now. Thank you. Now lower the right forearm and take a few deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And now in the second part of the experience, please put your left forearm up. Again, clenching your fists, not too tight, but in a visible way. And now again, please speak, ideally out loud, but now please speak in the present tense, speak your vision for the situation as you would like it to be. What do you want? How would you like it to be? What is your intention? What would be the perfect way for the situation to be resolved? What are your positive traits or qualities, your inner strengths you're able to access in yourself to meet this situation? Speak all this out loud, ideally loud, in the present tense, as if it's already happening. Please start now. Thank you. Now, please put your left forearm down and please take a few moments to really allow to embody this experience, absorb it. Feel into the excitement, joy, or fulfillment that may have emerged. When you feel that the process is complete, please take another deep breath. For the next step, please take a few slow and deep breaths into your heart, the place of acceptance and compassion, activating your own innate compassionate instinct. Now, gently place your right hand, representing the worried aspect of your mind, on the middle of your chest, your heart center. Allow the heart of compassion to hold all the concerns that this situation evokes. Feel into the kindness and compassion. Allow yourself to apply compassion to yourself the same way you treat a dear friend or loved one who was experiencing those same thoughts and emotions. Stay for a short while to integrate the experience. Then bring your left hand also into your heart center. Right on top of your right hand. And with that gesture, welcome the other side, the visioning side of yourself, into your heart. Practice meeting those desires and intentions with kindness as well. Stay for a short while to integrate this experience, letting both sides of the equation to be held with acceptance and compassion. Hold both hands on your heart and continue to integrate and absorb the experience. When this step feels complete, please take another deep breath. Now lower both arms on either side of the body with palms facing upwards. Take a few deep breaths in this position. Reflect now from this clearer and calmer perspective. What is the most skillful action that you could take to move this situation forward? This could be an inner action or response to this situation. So how can you improve yourself? Or it could be an external action or response to this situation. So how you can improve the situation. Please allow the insights to come to you. Once you have an action, affirm to yourself in your own words this message. Here are my fears and concerns. Here is my vision. And here is the most skillful action that I can and will take. The results of all this I turn over to the universe and life itself. I know that I cannot control the outcome. After speaking this, rest for a few breaths in a posture with your palms up, inviting acceptance. Take another deep breath to complete the process and bring yourself back slowly, opening your eyes and taking a moment to notice what's present in your experience. And now please take a minute or two to make a few notes about your experience. Please write down those thoughts, ideas, and insights and your next steps. Please write it down. They say the cheapest pen is better than the best memory. This is a very special moment, and the wisdom you received is important, but it might be fleeting. Please save it. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Great. This completes the transformation experience. So, how do you feel now? You know what? Let me share the Menti screen with you one more time. Um, where you can where you can tell me. The link is the same as it was in the chat, so you can still see it. Please click it. I see that a few people joined in the meantime, so please, only those who completed the exercise, please click the link or go to menti.com and then enter the code. And please rate your well-being, how you feel right now. All right, we got a 9. Let's wait a bit longer so more people have the chance to. Okay, Sajar, thank you. I see it as a 7. Could you please go to the link so that we can get aggregated results? I will be saving those and then analyzing the sessions with regard to the improvements. I will wait for 10 more seconds because I think that everyone who wanted to vote had the chance to do so. All right, thank you. So it's 9 right now, and it used to be slightly over 7. So we have on average an increase of over 1 point, which is a lot. It happened in like 20 minutes, 23 minutes. So that's amazing. Thank you. Extremely well done. I'm very happy to see that the exercise worked once again. Last time the increase was from 6.2 to 8.1. This time we ended with a 9. So that's a record. Hopefully this trend will persist. We're all going to be on 10 next time. Hold on, let me get back to, oh no, not this. To my presentation. All right, here we go again. And this is really important because of the so-called chicken and the egg problem in case of investments and happiness. Many people think that, and that seems to be the default approach. In fact, I used to think this way as well, that you first have to, be successful and have money, and then through this you can be happy because, well, you can buy something or go on vacation. But it's actually the other way around, because if you strive for money and success so much that you can't be happy without it, it becomes like an obsession. Like this is the necessary thing to feel those positive emotions, to be happy. And based on that, the pressure to really deliver is immense. And in case of investments, this makes it more stressful. All your investment decisions or losses are much more stressful with this approach, because you're not only fighting for like tiny loss or you're fighting for tiny gain or bigger gain, you're fighting for your own happiness. Therefore, every step back, which is a natural part of the investment process, hurts much more than it should. And it makes it difficult to make this money and to become successful, therefore to be happy. But if you switch the order and you start with happiness, then it becomes much easier, because you can find happiness in things other than money and other than success. And if you do it this way, everything goes in the right places. How come? Thanks to happiness from other things. For example, thanks to participating in the RISE session, right? Your well-being increased from 7 and something to 9 on average. And last week it was 2-point increase as well. So thanks to this, you are now much more resilient to stressful reactions. And whatever comes your way, whether it's in a conversation with your loved ones or on the markets, you're much better equipped to handle it, because you're not stressed at least as not stressed as you were before. So essentially, even though nothing changed with regards to how much analysis you have available, your ability to make better investment decisions, or actually your handbrake on on making those decisions, is no longer there. So you're free to now to make much better decisions. And of course, happiness is a goal in and of itself. So I'm really happy to see that this experience is working once again, and that it's likely to lead to great profitability on your end. But that's not the end of today's session, even though we are moving toward its close. Um, there's one other exercise that I want to show you. It's not going to be long. This time it's about happiness. Well, it was about happiness anyway, but this time it's directly about it. So it turns out that based on Harvard 85-year-long study, relationships are the key thing determining the length of life, the quality of life, the health of a given individual. Loneliness, as it turned out, is as detrimental to one's health as alcoholism or smoking. So in this exercise, we're going to focus on relationships. How? Well, you just need a few minutes of your time. Please, once again, settle in, close your eyes, or put your gaze downward, whichever you feel. I suggest keeping your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And please focus on someone that you really like or love. It can be someone very close, maybe someone from your immediate family, or someone who you haven't connected to in a while, but you'd like to. If you have done this exercise previously, feel free to choose the same person, or maybe you'd like to choose someone else this time. Please focus on this person. And as you do, please wish them all the best in whatever they're doing. Really feel into it. May they be free from suffering. May they always feel loved and have a reason to smile. Please really focus on this intention. I'll give you a minute. And now, please gently shift the focus to yourself and wish yourself all those good things. Wish yourself all the best in your endeavors. May you be free from suffering. May you always feel loved and have a reason to smile. I'll give you another minute. Thank you. I also wish you that you're all free from suffering, that you all feel loved, and that you always have reason to smile. I wish you that you realize your goals efficiently and smoothly. And also, I suggest that you write down the name of the person that you thought about in the first part of the exercise, so that when this session is over, the first thing that you can do is you can call them, wish them a great day or a great evening, depending on your time zone, or maybe just send them a text message with something very positive. It could be the best thing that happens to them today. And with that, I would like to thank you for participating in today's session. And if this was your first time, welcome to the Rise Club. Thank you once again. How do you feel now? Please type down in the chat, and if you have some questions, now it will be a great moment because we still have a few minutes left before the full hour. I would like to invite you to the next session of Regain Inner Strength Experience. The date has not yet been set. However, if you sign up on goldenmeadow.eu, then there's a section called Events, and it will be placed there. So you can rest assured that you will be up to date with regard to all new sessions and webinars that we're going to hold. Oh, Sajar, thank you. I appreciate your feedback. Please share the info that those sessions exist. I want to keep them free, and I want people to get value out of them. The more of us are here, the more value will be created. And if you'd like to support those sessions, I would be honored to accept coffee from you, or maybe a ceremonial grade cacao. You can buy it if you want. Of course, it's not obligatory. On sunshineprofits.com/support. You can see the link on the screen, and I'm also putting it on the chat. You can support it through a small coffee, large coffee, or ceremonial grade cacao, which is my favorite beverage, by the way. I highly recommend Googling it if you haven't heard about it. And if you'd like to schedule a transformation coaching experience with me, or actually schedule a 30-minute session where we would get to know each other and see if it would be a right fit, this kind of intro is priced very competitively, only $200 for this half-an-hour session. And you can buy it at the same link. So thank you once again. Oh, James, I feel happy and at peace. Awesome. Oh, it's so great to see that. That makes me happy too. Please remember that you have written down your goals. You have them in front of you. Your vision, your next steps, your actions what you can take. Please remember about the person that you wished so well. I really encourage you to connect with them. And one final trick or technique to be happier and also more profitable as a consequence is to be grateful for what you have. Well, that puts away part of the pressure to realize immediate gains, which actually makes those transactions easier. It increases the profitability. That's the great paradox. So thank you for today. It's now 6 p.m. Central European time, so it's noon in Eastern time. So we're right on time this time. Thank you once again. And if you have feedback, please leave it right below the video in the comments section. And hopefully I'll see you on the next Rise session. Let's rise together. Thank you. Bye-bye.